Hello student, we have been discussing the colligative properties of the solutions. So what is the colligative property? Colligative property of the solution which depend only on the number of solute particle but not on the nature of solute or called colligative properties. So it does not matter what solute you take. As long as you know what is concentrations of that solute, you would know what is the colligative property would be, right? There are four colligative property. The first is relative lowerings in vapor pressure, elevations in boiling point, and the depression in freezing point, and the last is osmotic pressure. We have studied all these properties, right, in my previous video. Okay, anything for any reasons, if the concentrations is affected of the solute, that would affect the colligative property logically. The colligative properties help us to calculate the molar masses of the solute, but in some cases the molar masses determined by these methods do not agree with the expected or theoretical values. So our next topic is abnormal molar mass. When the molecular mass of a substance determined by studying colligative properties come out to be different from their normal value, and the substance is said to show abnormal molecular mass. Let us assume ionic molecule, that is NaCl. We took a 1 mole of NaCl, and you already know that the any ionic molecules when dissolved in water it get dissociate in ions. Here we took a 1 mole of NaCl which is dissolved in water, it get dissociate into two ions, Na plus and Cl minus. Here is the 1 mole, but after dissolving it change into the 2 moles. As we know that the colligative properties depend on the number of solid particle. So when we calculate the molecular mass of 1 mole of NaCl, but what happen here, it dissolve in water and change into the 2 mole. So we did not get the accurate molecular mass of the NaCl, because here the numbers of solute change. First we took a 1 mole, but after dissolving it changed into the 2 mole, and this shows the abnormal molar mass. This is the abnormal molar mass. And so the colligative properties of solution depend on the number of solid particles present in the solution. In case the total number of particles of the solute in changes solutions, the colligative properties shall also change accordingly. Okay, the number of particles in solutions may change in two ways. First, by dissociation or by association. Now, first by dissociation. In by dissociation, when NaCl is dissolved in water, it undergoes almost complete ionizations to give Na plus and Cl minus ions. Thus, number of solute particles become double due to dissociation. Hence, the observed molecular mass from the experimentally measured colligative properties is found to be almost half of its normal molecular mass. Now, next, by dissociation. Here we took a 2 molecule or a 2 mole of acetic acid which is dissolved in benzene, and it get associate. Here 1 mole of acetic acid and other is the other mole of acetic acid, and this associate with the hydrogen bond. This is the hydrogen bond, and it is also the hydrogen bond. So these both molecules of acetic acid associate and form the 1 mole. So when we calculate the molecular mass of 2 mole of acetic acid, but when it dissolve in benzene, it become a 1 mole of 1 molar. So we did not get a accurate molecular mass with the help of colligative property. So there is two type of changes occur, first by dissociations or by associations. This affect the colligative properties. So how do you correct this abnormality? First, there was a scientist Van 't Hoff. In 1886, Van 't Hoff introduced a factor called a Van 't Hoff factor, that is represented at small I, represent as a small I, to consider abnormal behavior of solute due to association or dissociations. According to him, he gave some formula to correct the abnormal molar mass. First, Van 't Hoff factors equal to normal molar mass divided by observed molar mass, or I equal to number of particles after association and dissociation, or number of particles before association and dissociations. Here the normal value of colligative property is directly proportional to number of particles of solute taken, or abnormal value of colligative property directly proportional to number of particles of solute after association, or I equal to observed colligative property divided by expected colligative property. What is expected colligative property? Expected colligative property is the theoretical calculated assuming no association or dissociations, and observed this is experimentally you can calculate in your lab. This value can calculate in lab with the experiment, and this is the calculated by the theoreticals. Now Van 't Hoff factor modified the equations for colligative properties. What he did? He just multiply in all colligative property. The first, relative lowering in vapor pressures, delta P divided by P naught equal to X multiplied by I. In second, colligative property, elevations in boiling point, delta TB equal to Kb into M multiplied by I. Depression in freezing point, delta TF equal to Kf into M multiplied by I, and the last, osmotic pressure, pi equal to I into C into R into T. When if the value of I equal to 1, it means there is normal state of solute, that is there is no association or a dissociation of solute in the solution. And another case, if I is greater than 1, there is dissociations of solute in the solutions. And the last, if the value of I is lesser than the 1, it means there is association of solute in the solution. So Van 't Hoff factor, that is I, can be used to extent of dissociation or association in terms of degree of dissociations or association of a substance in solutions. First, degree of dissociations. What is the degree of dissociation? The degree of dissociation defined as the number of mole of the substance that dissociate divided by total number of mole of the substance taken. Let's assume ionic compound NaCl, when it dissolve in water, it convert into the Na plus and Cl minus. Here we took a 1 mole of NaCl initially we took the 1 mole of NaCl before dissolving in water. There is no formation of Na plus and Cl minus, but when it dissolves in water, then we get 1 minus x and x. What is x? This is some part. X is some part that dissociate from the NaCl, and these part are here x and x. It is not like this. When NaCl is dissociate, it become a 0 here and it form the 1 and 1 molecule. It is not like that. Okay, because the some part of the NaCl it dissociate, not whole NaCl dissociate. So we can write like this: 1 minus x. X is the some part of molecule that dissociate from the NaCl, and this part may be x and x. So according to Van 't Hoff factor, what he said, observed number of mole of solute divided by normal number of mole of solute, or the number of particles after dissociations and the number of particles before dissociations. It means I equal to number of particles after dissociation is this one 1 minus x, x. This is the after dissociation particles, and the number of particles before dissociation is only 1. Putting the value of these in this formula, we get I equal to 1 minus x plus x plus x. Here plus x and plus minus cancel. We get the I is equal to 1 plus x divided by 1. 1 is what? 1 is number of particles after dissociation. Number of particles before dissociations is 1, and the number of particles after dissociation is 1 plus x. When we assume the value of x is 1, so we get the I is equal to 2. I is equal to 2 means what the conditions for I? If the value of I is greater than the 1, it means dissociation of solute in the solutions. Here the value of I is greater than 1, it means the dissociations of solute in the solutions. When you have a fraction value OR in a decimal form, you can write like this: nothing to do, just only multiply by this. This is the n multiply by 1, and n is multiply 1 minus x, and n multiply x, and n multiply x, like this, as equal to n 1 minus x plus nx divided by n, cancel. We get the I is equal to 1 plus x as same value as I equal to 2. Here if assume the value of x is equal to 1, we get the I is equal to 2. Now second is degree of association. A degree of association is defined as the number of mole of substance associated divided by total number of moles of substance taken. Here I am taking the example of associations. The 2 moles of acetic acid in dissolve in benzene, it become a 1 mole. In initials before dissolving, here is the 1 mole, is the 0, not dissociation, but after dissolving benzene, we get the 1 minus x, will become the x by 2. How? Suppose we take the 2 mole. 2 mole of any molecules, when it dissolve in any solutions, it become a half 1 mole. Okay. So here if we take the 1 mole, it will become a half. That's why I am taking the x by 2. X is a some part that associate, so x by 2. 1 mole convert the half change, and 2 mole become a 1, 2 moles after association dissolve in solutions, and it form the 1 moles after association. Here is the association process, is the association. In association 2 mole become a 1 moles and 1 mole become a half. So according to van 't Hoff factor, the value I equal to I minus x plus x by 2 divided by 1. 1 is before dissociation, number solid, this is after dissociations. I is equal to 1 minus x by 2 when we solve it, and if the value of x is 1, then I equal to 1 by half. 1 by half means equal to 0.5. So the value of I is lesser than 1. It means associations of solute in the solutions.